back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the second part, kind of the flip side version of a video I recently did speaking about what you should be doing in your fitness journey, positive shifts that I made to finally see more progress. Today we're doing the flip side of that. I'm going to be sharing with you guys phases of my fitness journey that I recommend that you skip. I've been trying to live this healthy lifestyle for the past like 6 or 7 years now. It's been a very long time. I've learned a lot. I've been a certified personal trainer since 2018, so between my experience and my research and the knowledge I've gained, I've learned a lot over these past years, and I know what works and what doesn't work for me. And there were plenty of phases in my fitness journey that really made me spin my tires that I just don't think anyone needs to go through. So instead of you having to go through all those years of trial and error, I figured it'd be really helpful for me to share some phases that I went through that I just would recommend that you don't even gotta waste any time on it, you know? I do think I really want an apple slice. I honestly feel like I had quite the day already. I started the morning off by touring an apartment, not for me, unfortunately, for someone else. And then I got a matcha, came back, had breakfast, had a meeting, and here we are. We're just gonna get right into it. The first phase that I really recommend you skip is just the obsession with constant high impact, high intensity training, or feeling like it needs to be making up 100% of your training. I was gonna say for my first tip, HIIT cardio in general, but I don't wanna demonize HIIT cardio because it totally has its place. My bigger issue in my fitness journey was that I just was overdoing it, and it was the fact that I was coupling it already with my really intense weight training. So I was that person who was heavy weight training 6 days a week, and then I on top of that did HIIT cardio, and there was a phase where I was doing it 3 to 4 times a week, which literally makes me want to vomit because it just was absolutely too much, especially considering how hard I was weight training. So the reason why I'm saying this is to give you more of a holistic, kind of well-rounded picture of it. Maybe if I was weight training 3 days a week, yeah, I can afford more HIIT training days, but since I was already weight training so much and so intensely already, like I was really trying to progressively overload, I was really lifting very heavy, trying to minimize my rest times, and I was hitting upper body, so it was already very intense training. And then on top of that, I did HIIT cardio. So it just was super high stress, and it just was way too much on my body. It made my cortisol levels skyrocket, and it truly was one of the pure reasons why my body was so constantly inflamed. I'm honestly so excited for this video because I feel like I could go off about the things that I did incorrectly in my fitness journey that I want to save you guys from, because it just caused me so much also mental turmoil because my physical health was so out of whack. But it just was not a good look. My hair was falling out, my body was super stressed out, I was constantly wired all the time, I wasn't sleeping well, like my body was exhausted. So the first phase I definitely recommend you skip is the incessant high intensity training. I'm not trying to demonize it, you can incorporate it into your routine, but it should not be making up 90 to 100% of your training. You guys, I also need to show you my little greenhouse setup because like I said, I mentioned I was really trying to work on my green thumb, and now look at me. I have a whole section over here and I'm so proud of it. So this is my orchid, which you guys have already seen. I thought it was dying because it kept losing its flowers, but now it's rebudding, as you can tell. New flowers are on the way. I'm so excited about that. And then over here, I also showed you guys my basil plant. Is it thriving? I'm not gonna say it's thriving, but like it's hanging in there. But my stepmom found a pair of really cute pots, and this is the first one. I love how it's like kind of watercolory, distressed. I think it looks so freaking cute. So that's my little basil. And then over here, I have another orchid because technically my boyfriend's aunt got his mom this, but she's not really a huge fan of taking care of plants, so she asked if I wanted it, and I was like, you know what, I'm working on my green thumb, sure, I'll take it. So now I have this orchid as well. I feel like I really need to revive her a little bit. I haven't had her long enough, so I don't know if these are dying or new ones, but we'll see. But this is the other pot that my stepmom found for me at the thrift store. Like, are you kidding me? It's so cute. Guys, I'm really having such a bad hair day. It's like staticky, but flat, but like frizzy, but still kind of like shiny. I don't understand. But like, I hate staticky. Ooh, I hate staticky hair. I hate the feeling when it's like on your face. I just can't do it. The drama, but it's warranted. We're just gonna have to make do with this. Okay, my next tip. This was a good one for me because when I first started my fitness journey, my personal main goal was to really gain muscle mass. Like I really wanted curves. I wanted to really grow my legs and glutes. The next phase that I recommend you skip is thinking that the more and more you eat, the bigger your caloric surplus is, that equates and directly correlates to more and faster muscle gains. And it's just really not the case. Of course, if you're someone who's looking just to overall put on size, that's definitely going to help your case. But for me and my situation, I was just really trying to put on muscle, but I thought that just the more I ate, that just meant I was going to be gaining more muscle mass and going to be gaining it faster, when in reality all that did was just make me put on more body fat and store more body fat because my surplus was so big, and that led me to having more difficulty when I was trying to actually lose that weight and lean out later on. So if you're someone who's looking to build muscle, of course a surplus definitely helps that muscle building process. It helps to optimize it 100%, but there's no need to be eating a 500 calorie, 1,000 calorie surplus every single day, you know, unless of course there's exceptions, excuse me, if you're someone who really struggles to gain weight, etc. But for the majority of us, the average lifestyle client, there's no need to have such a huge surplus because it's kind of going to give you some more unwanted problems in the future if you're wanting to stay at a lower body fat percentage specifically. So I recommend a slight surplus, like anywhere from like 100 calories to like 300, maybe surplus of 400 calories a day. That's really plenty to give yourself a little bit more of the extra fuel to help you stay progressing and training harder in the gym. Dude, the song that's stuck in my head, I don't want it to be stuck in my head. There's a murder on the dance floor. Why is that? What is that from? Guys, look at my room. I feel like it's in very good shape for what it has been in. That's my little meditation block. But it's not bad. We're gonna go to the gym, full body circuit day. I feel like I've been having a lot of those. I've been filming on a lot of those full body circuit days. You guys, I'm super excited because Brian and I are going dancing tonight, which I'm not like a huge party girl. I definitely don't love to drink. I'm not someone who's like spending all weekends out at the club, but I do like to have a fun time and I love to dance specifically, but I am self-aware enough to know I'm very particular when it comes to going out. Like it needs, like the vibe needs to be there. It kind of needs to be the perfect storm for me to want to go. I'm not someone who's gonna rally. Like I am very particular. Like if it's not the vibe, I'm not gonna go out, but I feel like tonight's the vibe and I'm so freaking excited because there's a new place in my, it was an old place in my town, but they closed down when COVID happened and they literally haven't reopened since, and then they redid the whole thing and now it's opening up, and dude, whoever is on their freaking PR team is crushing it. Like so good. Like the people that are like, I live in a pretty small, it's a well-known town, but it's not like we have like this huge, I'm not like in a big city, and the names that are coming through here to play at this club, like I am so freaking excited. I don't even know who we're going to see tonight because we have two shows. It might be either Steve Aoki or I don't know the other guy. My boyfriend booked the tickets. But in a couple weeks, like OSEA, freaking OSEA is coming. And OSEA is probably like one of my favorite like EDM duos like that there is. Like I love OSEA. I saw them like 5 years ago now at this point in New York City. I cried during their concert. I think OSEA is just brilliant. And I love EDM music because my soul, like I can just feel my spirit, my soul like above my freaking body. And I just love how much energy is like in these containers at these places. I'm obsessed with it. They recently announced that Cascade is coming. I'm going to see it because OSEA tickets are super expensive. So I'm unfortunately probably not going to be able to go, even though part of me is like, should I send it? Because they're $300. And after tax and all that, 330 bucks, I'm like, I just feel like I'm getting robbed. The problem is I need to convince someone else to drop that amount of money, and like I love OSEA, so like I would do it. I really would. Then like Little John is coming. I don't know, like they are getting people in there like crazy. Dirty Heads is going there. Like it's insane. And oh, and Louis the Child was freaking there a few weeks ago, which I didn't know they were coming or else I definitely would have gone. But I just am so excited. I know I'm going off like this is huge news for my town because I'm in a place that's like definitely has an older demographic and it's not like a big party scene. There's not like honestly a ton of social things to do where I live. It's like more outdoorsy stuff. So I'm just so excited because I love EDM shows, and so this is like huge. I'm so excited. So that's what we're doing tonight, and I'm really excited to like have something to do. Tell me you don't have a social life without telling me you don't have a social life. That's me. Alright, I think this is gonna be the fit because I don't want anything super tight on my body, and I feel like this is my like comfortable workout outfit. When it's cold, I really struggle to wear activewear for some reason. I just don't, like I just want to live in cotton bags. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that probably doesn't match. I guess we're just gonna do this white one. What you gonna do when they come for you, eh? You guys, this next tip is going to blow your mind. I do think this one is so important for the women watching me. Scientifically, biologically, our hormones are much more sensitive and not as resilient to stress. So my next gym phase that I really recommend that you skip is the 6-day, 5-day gym splits. Especially for women, it just honestly, it's too much. Now, again, I want to disclaim, I want to preface, I'm talking primarily if you're doing 5 to 6 really high, intense, very difficult training sessions a week, that's when I think it's too much. But if you're getting movement in 5 to 6 days a week, a couple of those days are more low intense movement, all the power to you, sis. But for me, like I said, kind of circling back to my first point, I was doing HIIT cardio, really heavy weight training, and so I was just having really high intense workouts for 6 days out of the week, and it just was too much. I think for women, 2 days a week is a really great sweet spot where you're still able to achieve your goals with your training frequency, but you're still being mindful of overtraining and protecting your hormones, which are super, super important for your overall quality of life and actually allowing yourself to see the results that you want. So I really cannot think of a situation where I would recommend a woman like 6 actual training sessions a week. Just please have some of those days be more low intense, low impact movement, because that's when I was, again, super inflamed, super really high cortisol levels, and it just was really doing way more harm than good. And I think that's the biggest oxymoron when it comes to training. Like, the overall societal connotation with training and with health and wellness is like, the more and more you do, the harder you train, the cleaner you eat, like the more and more you do, the better, the more results you're gonna see. But it's just not true, and that was something I really had to learn the hard way. I'm a very disciplined person, and I really did get obsessive over my fitness goals, and so I saw firsthand how the more you do just not always equate to more results or the better. Fitness is definitely something that's like a bell curve where you have diminishing returns the harder you go. There very is much so a Goldilocks zone when it comes to health and wellness, and that's when I feel like those 5-6 day really intense workout splits are when you're going to see those diminishing returns, because it is just too much on your body. Now, I personally only have 3 weight training days a week. 1 like full body circuit day. So really I would say 4 sessions of like moderate to high intense sessions. And then I will do a steady state incline walk one of the days, which I would say is low impact. And then I'll add in like a 6th day of Pilates. But again, I'm only having 4 of those moderate to high intense training sessions, really only like 2 to 3 actually high intense training sessions. And then I'm having anywhere from like 1 to 3 low impact sessions. And I feel like that has been the perfect balance for me personally, with still being able to stay in shape, being happy with my fitness level and my physique, while also feeling very good, knowing my body isn't super overly stressed out, not overtraining, not feeling puffy or inflamed. I feel so passionate about that 6 days a week tip. Like, I feel like some of you guys are gonna be like, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna lose my progress if I don't train 6 days a week. I promise you, you're gonna be okay. I promise you, you're not gonna lose your progress, and I promise you, you're gonna feel a lot better. Just try it for a few months, maybe 1 month, 2 months, see how you feel. But I truly feel the best I ever have, and I'm training the least I ever have, which is crazy. Okay, next tip that I have, and this one is honestly a little triggering for me because I know how much it consumed me back in the day. But my next phase that I recommend you skip is obsessing over your physique, over your measurements, over your weight. I have been there. I would measure myself regularly, measure my waist, my glutes, like weigh myself, keep track of it, write it down. Again, if you're someone who's in a bodybuilding show or you have strict goals, okay, I'm not gonna say this is like something you should never do, but for me, I was trying to just live a happy, healthy lifestyle, and I just was having the gym consume my whole entire life. The way my body looked completely dictated the mood that I was in. It totally dictated my self-worth. It totally dictated how much I respected my effort that I was putting into the gym and my training routine. Like, I was just so at the mercy of how my body was fluctuating. And again, especially as a female with our hormonal cycle, with the different times of the month for us, like our bodies fluctuate so much, and that is okay. And also, it's like we're human beings. Like, we are free-flowing beings. We're not statues. We're not meant to stay the exact same. And I just feel like I got to the point where I personally was just nitpicking the minutia, like super little tiny details. I was paying attention to measurements that no one else was noticing. You know, no one else would know. It did not matter at all, but it was only because I had a tape measure there that I had a numerical value that I was assigning if I was doing better or worse, when it's not something that anyone would notice. I just feel like it was super toxic to try to assign numbers to something that's so infinitely beautiful as the human body. And I just don't resonate with it anymore at this time. You know, maybe I'll go through phases with more strict goals, but I just don't think it's necessary. And for how much it was robbing me of my mental peace, it just wasn't worth it. You know, there's that quote that if it costs your peace, it's cost too much. And that's kind of what the case was for me. Y'all, today is the day. First time I'm wearing my new sneakers for my full body circuit. I wore these walking and for upper body day. I like them so far. Again, they just do my foot really well and I think they're super comfortable, but I haven't done them for a full body circuit yet, so I'll see how they move. The real $1,000,000 question though is, what am I gonna wear tonight? Because here's the thing. I don't really go, like when I'm getting dressed, yes I want to look good, but also like I'm trying to dress for practicality because I'm trying to freaking dance my booty cheeks off. So, but then it's also cold outside, but it's gonna be hot in there. So I'm like, what are people wearing to the clubs these days? Okay, my final tip that I have for you guys for this video is to skip the phase of just not being mindful of your food quality. I definitely went through my phase where all I cared about was if something was macro friendly. I did not care about ingredients. I didn't care about micronutrients. I just was constantly trying to either get as many calories in as possible and protein when I was trying to bulk, or I was trying to eat as low calorie as possible, high protein as possible when I was trying to cut. And I'm a huge believer that the food you eat really does impact your life in a lot of different ways, not only mentally but also internally with your health. I just was eating so much junk, but since there was a lot of protein in it, or since it was low calorie or low fat, I thought it was healthy for me, but it's just really not the case because those products are usually almost always loaded with other ingredients. Again, I know there's gonna be people who are pressed about me putting this in the video about demonizing food. Please make whatever decision you want to make with whatever food you want to eat, but I also have the right to make my decision of how I like to fuel my body. So for me, back then, I just was not fueling my body in the best way that I see fit, and I was consuming a lot of ingredients that I care about now that I wouldn't want to be eating now. And I feel like now me switching the focus to higher quality foods with better ingredients or more of a higher nutrient profile that's more nutrient dense has helped me feel a lot better, have better energy levels to therefore do better in the gym. I just feel like my perception around nutrition has really shifted over the past 5 years at this point, and I feel much happier and much more confident in the way I'm fueling my body now, in a way that's again still allowing me to stay aligned with my fitness goals while also being cognizant and mindful of my internal health and hormonal health. As you can see, that's a big theme with all of these points. It's like basically back then all I cared about was how much I was lifting in the gym, how well I was progressing in the gym, and my physique. And now I do care about those things, but not as much, and I care more so about maintaining a more stress-free environment in my body, optimizing my hormone health, and actually feeling healthy on the inside, and just focusing on way more of the facets of health overall rather than micromanaging my physique and how well I was progressing in the gym.
Hello?
Hello?
What's up? I mean, are you hungry now? Do you want to eat pre, or do you usually do post?
I mean, at this point, I'd rather just train now and eat at like 4:30.
Doesn't this feel familiar?
Trying to forget fade on me, Lenny. I'm telling you, I'm doing these 2 braids and then I'm putting my outfit on. STG.
Can I watch?
Yeah.
We're finally all ready to go. This is the makeup. I always keep it very simple because I'm honestly not very good at makeup, but these are the times where I need to practice so that I can actually do something when the time is right and I need to do my makeup, you know? Fit is pretty basic, not gonna lie. I have my thrifted jeans that I got in Amsterdam that are super baggy. I kind of wanted a chill look tonight, you know what I mean? I'm kind of giving hip-hop dancer a little bit. This belt is from Brighton, and then this top is from, I believe I found this at PacSun, but I like it has kind of this inside-out looking thread, which I like. Kind of a little bit of a mock turtleneck, and then I did my hair in these 2 little braids, and then I'm going to be wearing my biker boots, and then I'm bringing this coat because I honestly don't really care what happens to this coat at this point because the inside of it is so destroyed already. And then for the bag, I have this cute, it's pretty small, but I feel like it's perfect for when you're dancing because I don't want like a big bag like flopping on my hip, but I want something that can be a little crossbody. I feel like this is the perfect size and it goes with the vibes tonight. Alright guys, that's it. We're gonna go dance our little booties off. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sending you so much love and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.